So this is going to be a deep dive into the urban contrasts of the Greater Tokyo area, one of the most dynamic and complex metropolitan regions on Earth. We will be exploring the 5 richest and the 5 poorest neighborhoods, and we'll take a look at average incomes and why these areas have developed the way they have, focusing on urban design, geography, and historical planning. It's worth noting that these neighborhoods aren't ranked in any strict order. Rather, I have selected what I think are the most representative of each wealth level across the Greater Tokyo area. So let's begin on the lower end of the wealth spectrum. First on this range is Nihonutsumi, an area located in Tokyo's Taito ward. With average annual income falling below 3 million yen, it remains one of the capital's poorest areas. Historically a marginalized and often left off official maps, it grew as a hub for day laborers and temporary workers. Its urban fabric is dense, informal, and aging, with many residents still living in semi-permanent or government-subsidized housing. Geographically, it borders former industrial zones and train yards, and although parts of it are now being discovered by budget tourists and hostel developers, the area continues to struggle with deep-rooted poverty and limited upward mobility. Not far away lies Nishiarai in northeastern Tokyo, where average incomes range between 3 and 4.5 million yen. It is dominated by massive public housing complexes, built rapidly during the post-war population boom. The neighborhood layout prioritizes quantity over quality, and many of these buildings are now outdated and in disrepair. Despite being part of Tokyo, the area lacks the prestige and urban renewal projects seen in other wards. Its transportation network is more functional than fast, and the aging population further compounds its socio-economic challenges. Heading south into Shiroama, part of Kawasaki City, where incomes typically fall between 3.5 and 4.5 million yen. This neighborhood was shaped by heavy industry and still is. Kawasaki was built as an industrial powerhouse, lining Tokyo Bay with petrochemical plants, metalworks, and logistics facilities. Residential zones were often sandwiched between rail yards and factories, making them undesirable for modern redevelopment. Although its location offers great proximity to both Tokyo and Yokohama, the environmental burdens of pollution and noise keep property values and incomes low. Our fourth stop is Jujo in Kita Ward, where average incomes range from 4 to 5 million yen. It is known for its old-school charm with narrow shopping streets, retro public baths, and traditional snack shops, but it also suffers from aging infrastructure and limited redevelopment. Kita is a commuter zone with solid, if not premium, transit access. Its land use and zoning have remained largely static for decades, and although spots like Akabane are gradually improving, Kita remains a largely working-class part of the city with modest incomes. Finally, we turn east to Kaijin, in Chiba Prefecture. Here, residents earn an average of 4 to 5 million yen annually. It is a classic commuter town that expanded rapidly between the 1960s and 1980s, featuring sprawling apartment blocks and suburban infrastructure designed around car travel rather than walkability. The area is dotted with aging public housing and commercial centres that haven't kept pace with modern development. While it does offer rail access to Tokyo, it hasn't seen the same level of investment as other suburban areas, making it less attractive to younger, upwardly mobile professionals. Now let's pivot to the other side of the economic landscape, the neighborhoods where residents report the highest incomes in the region and experience a very different urban reality. First on the list is Rapongi in Minato City. With an average annual income between 12 and 15 million yen, it's no surprise this area stands out. What sets it apart is its unbeatable location centrally nestled between Tokyo's key commercial zones and the scenic Tokyo Bay. It's home to dozens of foreign embassies, global corporate headquarters, and high-end real estate that ranges from sleek high-rise condos to private gated residences. The zoning here supports dense, mixed-use development, allowing for luxury living right above office towers or upscale retail. With major transportation hubs like Shinagawa Station and direct access to Haneda Airport, Minato is perfectly positioned for international residents and business elites, making it one of Tokyo's most sought-after areas. Just next door, Daikanyama in Shibuya Ward comes in as another major player, with residents earning an average of 10 to 13 million yen annually. While Shibuya is known globally for its youth culture and the famous Scramble Crossing, just a few blocks away lie quiet, tree-lined streets that cater to Tokyo's upper crust. Nearby areas are filled with designer boutiques, art galleries, and low-rise residences, the result of deliberate zoning choices that limit density and preserve neighborhood charm. Despite this peaceful vibe, these areas are incredibly central and well-served by some of Tokyo's best rail lines. It's that rare mix of exclusivity and accessibility that keeps Shibuya near the top of the wealth charts. Next, we move to Kojimachi in Chiyoda Ward, where average incomes range from 11 to 14 million yen per year. Chiyoda is Tokyo's political and administrative core, and while it's more known for daytime commuters than residents, the few who do live here are extremely wealthy. These neighborhoods are characterized by ultra-low residential density and incredibly limited housing stock, often passed down through generations. The scarcity of space combined with unparalleled proximity to Japan's centers of power makes property values skyrocket. In short, living in Chiyoda isn't just about luxury, it's about prestige. Now heading west, we find a different kind of wealth in Setagaya Ward, where the average income sits around 9 to 11 million yen. Setagaya feels more suburban than the inner wards, offering detached homes, leafy streets, and an abundance of parks. This ward reflects early 20th century garden city ideals, with careful zoning that favors family-oriented, low-rise housing over skyscrapers. It's a favorite among celebrities, artists, and upper-middle-class professionals who want space, calmness, and good schools, all while still having decent access to central Tokyo via the Denen-toshi and Odakyu train lines. Rounding out the list is Yokohama. Here, incomes average between 8 and 10 million yen annually. The neighborhood is rich in international heritage, with Western-style mansions, international schools, and tree-lined streets that feel worlds apart from Tokyo's density. Aoba Ward, on the other hand, offers elegant commuter suburbs like Azumino and Ichigao, ideal for affluent families seeking a quieter lifestyle with easy train access to Shibuya and central Tokyo. Add in the master-planned luxury of Nihonutsumi, a gleaming waterfront district of condos, malls, and hotels, and you get a multifaceted picture of wealth just south of the capital. If you enjoyed this deep dive into this incredible megacity, don't forget to subscribe to Cities Explained. This is just the beginning of an interesting series of videos where we will be exploring the world's biggest urban giants, one city at a time, uncovering what makes them unique, from their geography, their intricate transport networks, to their pedestrian culture and street life. If you like how that sounds like, you're in the right place. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this global journey. Here's a sneak peek at the cities we'll be exploring next.